Dem senator after hearing his request to delay corruption trial. Senator Menendez is a snake. He is a corrupt obstructionist and he has his trial scheduled for September 2nd. He isn't very pleased with that date though, and it's actually kind of funny why. Apparently his defense team submitted a request to the judge to reschedule the trial. The audacious request is bad enough, but the reason is even worse. Yes, this moron asked for time off to be in D.C. for key votes. It doesn't matter, he will be removed from office and won't be able to be a senator again. If he thinks he can, he is delusional. This is a self-centered senator who truly believes that he is the exception to every corruption rule in existence. He actually believes that he can get a later court date because of voters? Really? Maybe he should buy a lottery ticket and use the same number all the way across because he really thinks he is that lucky. What do you think of this? Should Menendez get a freaking clue? He is legitimately one of the dumbest people to ever serve in the U.S. Senate. Share this story and make sure he is properly shamed for being such a corrupt drain on the taxpayers. Stacey Dash accurately describes Maxine Waters with 3 brutal words. The right universally hates California Democratic Representative Maxine Waters. This includes a black conservative actress in Stacey Dash. Dash went after Waters for her pathetic speech at Bet's Black Girls Rock idiotic event. During her speech, Waters said, "If you come for me, I'm coming for you," and called out right-wing, ultra-conservative, alt-right haters. Advertisement. Waters did her typical threatening of Trump and removing him from office because she has no fresh ideas nor is she even close to understanding impeachment. Whether it's the President of the United States of America or any of his cabinet, we will say to them, "We will resist you, we will not allow you to damage this country in the way that you're doing, we will not allow you to take us backwards. Not only will we resist you, we will impeach you, Mr. President." Dash got on Twitter to call out Waters. She believes that Waters is a corrupt media buffoon. Of course the liberal blacks were pissed because heaven forbid a black be conservative. Advertisement. In response to Waters' speech, Dash wrote on Twitter, "This is how you spin a corrupt media buffoon sucking up her late in life 15 minutes, and shared an article featuring Waters' speech. Stacey Dash was then questioned on her blackness because that is the best those losers can come up with because they can't think for themselves. Apparently addressing commenters in her Twitter feed, Dash hours later tweeted, "Calls for me to be black, act black or rejoin the black race are endemic of people blinded by the left strategy of self-segregation. No, according to some illiterate Twitter users, she shouldn't be black anymore. Guess she better catch vitiligo or take pills to kill her pigment." What do you think of all of this? Is Dash right about Waters? Lindsey Graham discovers easy way to make Democrats vote for Trump's agenda. Senator Lindsey Graham, a known traitor to the GOP, is all of the sudden against the Democrats. He believes that we should be putting the Democrats in a bad spot on the impending vote regarding the raising the debt ceiling by pushing through the border security funding. This would make it hard to vote against the spending bill. "Let us take some hard votes," the South Carolina Republican told Hugh Hewitt, a conservative talk radio host. "Let us make Democrats say no to raise the debt ceiling, no to funding the troops, no to helping veterans, see how many of them break. And I don't know why we don't do that. And I think that's what President Trump is saying. Advertisement. The U.S. will be hitting the federal borrowing limit in October. This has generated yet another deadline for Congress. If they fail to raise the debt ceiling, it could cause an economic recession. This would be bad news for Trump, but just as bad for the members of Congress. The White House and Trump administration is very clear regarding the support of a debt ceiling increase. They're even fine with it being purely about the debt ceiling and not including the wall funding or anything else. It's very unsure whether the Republicans will serve the American people and force the Democrats to vote for the wall funding in this debt ceiling increase. It would make sense because this is one of the hardest times to say no. Advertisement. We should use our majority in a clever way, Graham said. So if you had putting the country at default and building a wall, so that's like 0 for 2. Nobody wants us to default on the debt, and almost everybody wants to secure the border. That's a pretty good combination. What do you think of Graham's proposal? Do you agree? South Carolina governor fires first shot in war over abortion funding. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster has ordered that all state agencies eliminate funding from the state and local governments to abortion clinics. The executive order was signed on Friday. This is another win for the conservatives. The order directs state agencies to cease providing funds, whether via grant, contract, state-administered federal funds or any other form, to any abortion clinic. Advertisement. McMaster also redirected the waivers from the federal government to the state's Department of Health and Human Services. The waivers are to exclude abortion clinics from South Carolina's provider network. There are a variety of agencies, clinics, and medical entities in South Carolina that receive taxpayer funding to offer important women's health and family planning services without performing abortions, McMaster said in a statement. McMaster has said what we've all been thinking for a long time. He doesn't want taxpayer dollars directly or indirectly funding abortion providers. Most notably of which is Planned Parenthood. Advertisement. According to the Post and Courier, only 3 clinics offer elective abortions in South Carolina, including one Planned Parenthood clinic in Columbia. Today's executive order issued by Governor McMaster hurts South Carolinians in the name of politics, Jenny Black, president and CEO of Planned Parenthood South Atlantic, said in a statement. Of course, liberals and whiners at Planned Parenthood tried to say that McMaster is attempting to score political points by sacrificing women. They keep pushing the wide range of healthcare services that they provide their complicit murderers. Never mind the fact that it's been proven the bulk of their business is abortions, and then the next largest chunk of the pie is contraception. A federal judge in Texas temporarily blocked a similar attempt to cut off Medicaid funds to Planned Parenthood. The state's attorney general said Texas would appeal the ruling. What do you think of South Carolina making such a common-sense move? Breaking: Trump makes military stronger by officially signing new ban. President Trump finally did it. He finally made it official. On Friday, the president signed a presidential memo that directed that the Department of Defense to stop accepting transgender people who are trying to enroll in the U.S. Armed Forces. The memo details Trump's previous Twitter announcement last month that he would re-implement a ban on transgender people serving in the U.S. military, and officially requests the Pentagon begin to implement the ban. Advertisement. This will strengthen the military in 2 ways. It makes sure that everyone in the possibly affected units is safe, as well as the potential enlisted transgender individuals. Also, it saves the military some money. Granted, it's not the biggest amount of money ever recorded, but it certainly makes sense. Trump's memo bars transgender people from enlisting, but instructs Secretary of Defense James Mattis to further explore how to handle transgender people currently serving in the armed forces. This is a good thing for everyone. Transgender people tend to be mentally ill and have a very high suicide rate. That is not something someone needs in his or her battalion while on the front lines in a war. Advertisement. War is stressful enough without people who already have mental issues and serious confusion on the brain. This takes into account the safety of the unit and the mental health of the transgender individual. The memo also orders the Pentagon to stop paying for gender reassignment surgeries, except in cases that are already in progress. It also requests that the Pentagon develop an implementation plan for the ban by March 23, 2018. The U.S. government should have never been paying for these surgeries anyway. It's nearly impossible to get essential surgery while in the military, but these reassignment surgeries were easy to come by. Trump is fixing years of Obama's mess one step at a time. Fixing the military is of utmost importance. What do you think?